What has been the most challenging part of starting a YouTube channel? Very interesting question. I think the most challenging part is being comfortable with what you're doing. That's one of many. I think that the interesting thing about YouTube and like doing content creation is that you don't really appreciate how difficult it is on like the mental until you're in it. You know, especially if you're like somebody that wants to spend a significant amount of time in this, because if you have a goal that says I want to be successful in something that I'm doing, when you're on your own and you're doing your own thing, everything that goes well is 100% because of you. Everything that doesn't go well is 100% because of you. So not being clear enough in communicating a concept, not doing a good enough job with the YouTube, with the thumbnail and title that's not getting enough reach, and you're asking yourself, why does, nobody wants to freaking watch this anymore? I should stop this, right? Having that battle constantly when you're watching yourself in front of the camera, you're like, look at this idiot. What the hell is he saying? Fighting through that and being comfortable with just embracing your flaws and trying to do better every time. Editing sucks. Being a good editor is insanely difficult. Something that I'm not very good at. I brought in help to help me with that with David. He's freaking phenomenal with that stuff. Lighting, super difficult. People think it's like all about the camera. It's not. It's all about the lighting. So my recommendation to people that want to start YouTube is worry less about the camera. Most cameras do a really good job nowadays. Like you could even use the freaking iPhone camera. Way more important is the lighting and the microphone. Let me see if I can do this. Alexa, turn off main light.
Okay.
All right. Alexa, turn on main light.
Okay.
It's one of those things I made it more easy for myself to freaking want to sit in front of something and do it, right? I have to remove the barriers of entry. Figuring that out, that's another big one. It's like, okay, creating content is like challenging enough because you have to put yourself out there for people to watch and criticize and freaking get hate mail or whatever for what you're saying. And then removing the barrier so you can do that as quickly as possible so you can just get through that is also another one. So it's a lot. There's a lot of challenging stuff about content creation, but I think probably the most important one is to just keep at it. Do not, if you really want to do something, if you really want to do a YouTube channel because you want to do it, is just do it. Just do it for you and don't stop doing it. At first it was a little bit challenging for me to balance how I felt or what I wanted to do with the feedback I was getting from my community. And at some point, if this is another very challenging thing. If you listen too much to the feedback, you stop being yourself, But if you're just doing strictly what you're doing all the time, you will not realize some flaws or some weaknesses that you have that you should probably resolve if you want to take the next step as a content creator. So keeping balance there is extremely difficult. I was probably too much on the other side. I took too much of the, unfortunately, sorry, y'all, I took too much of the feedback and I was trying to do things that didn't really align with what I truly wanted to do. And as I discovered those things, then I just became more aware of the fact that I was taking too much advice. There's such a thing as receiving too much advice. So embrace yourself, be open to feedback, don't swear by it, trust your instincts, invest in lighting, invest in a good microphone, and do it for you, not for other people. Do it for you. And that's the most important part. If you're creating content that you want to watch, or like you be like, okay, that's pretty useful. I would definitely watch that video if it wasn't my freaking face. You're going down the right track. Asmongold is another, streamers is another thing. Like, there is an art in communication, and I never really understood how why streamers would do so well. And then I tried it a couple of times. I'm like, okay, these guys are freaking brilliant, right? They really have an art to it. Like, there's something about this thing that is live streaming that is valuable. People value it. And I think it's sort of a mixture of staying true to yourself and having really good communication skills, I think, is what helps an individual be very successful in that. So yeah, he's great.